You're watching the Business Channel, creating business class programmes. With me now is John Wharton, who's one of the joint chairmen of the Shire Business Group. Welcome to you. Can you tell me what your group does?
Yes, Sarah. Shire Business Group is a multifaceted business service organisation which provides various areas of expertise to British industry. They fall under three specific areas. One is finance, one is protection, and the other one is business growth.
We're hearing now that the UK economy is more and more relying on an upsurge in manufacturing, which perhaps wasn't the case a few decades ago. And how can you help in this regard?
Obviously, manufacturing is the lifeblood of any economy. And although certainly in the fourth quarter of the last century there was a dip in the proportion of manufacturing in Great Britain, it's still vital to Great Britain UK PLC. There's two areas in which we can assist manufacturing. Firstly is that we can fund the manufacturing equipment, which is very costly, big ticket items, production line equipment, distribution equipment, and we can provide the funding for that, which preserves their cash flow, and they can pay for those funding payments out of the future sales of the products they make. Secondly, as a sales aid lessor, we can produce innovative programs which manufacturers or their resellers can use to actually sell their products to the business community. And the biggest objection to any capital equipment purchase will be cost. And what leasing allows you to do is to break down that cost to a much lower common denominator, and it could be quarterly, it could be monthly, it could be daily. But that makes it easier for the businessman to accept that cost rather than an outright purchase. And these products have been used by most equipment sectors for the last 50 years.
How do you think leasing fits into the picture overall of lending to businesses?
I think leasing is ideal for business finance acquisitions. Equipment can be bought on a lease. It releases therefore bank overdrafts and other secured lending, their cash, which they should use for other things such as marketing, employment costs, whatever. So we can tailor packages for businesses that will extend their existing cash flow and improve their liquidity.
Well, now I'm here with the other co-chairman of Shire Business Group, Martin Smith. Thank you for joining us. Now, what type of financial products do you supply, and how does that help companies who need extra capital?
We've had a massive amount of success with a range of products that we've either had for many years or we've brought into the group. Things like leasing, which we've always done, hire purchase we do more and more of. We do secured lending, which is something that's relatively new to the group. Things like credit card securitisation, invoice finance, grants, you know, they've, just to name a few, have come into our particular wardrobe of products that we offer to our customer base. And the benefit of that, of course, is, you know, when they need solutions, there is something there that we can actually use, sit down with them, decide which is the best solution for them, and hopefully we've got a customer for life.
Now, how small or large amounts will you lend, and what kind of checks and balances do you put on the companies you lend to?
In terms of size of loans that we're prepared to look at, we will go from very small loans of £1,000 for a coffee machine up to, you know, £500,000, £750,000 loan for a piece of materials handling equipment or production line equipment. Checks and balances, we put more into the bigger loans, quite obviously, because we have to fully understand the cash flow position of the company. We have to make sure that our investment is safe in their hands. You don't always get it right, you know, the people disappear, and we do have quite a few liquidations and administrations going through at the moment, but that's part of the thing that you have to price into your leasing offering.
Investing in new markets is key for your clients to grow, and how do you sort of help them and use your knowledge and expertise with that?
To move new products into new markets, it helps being an independent funder. You know, we make our own decisions as to which products and which marketplaces we will lend into. We are a bit faster than the major banks. We're certainly more entrepreneurial, and we're less risk averse. And we can quickly assimilate the impact of that product going into a marketplace, and providing that all the basics are covered, you know, that it is sensible lending, we can then produce a sales aid leasing product that will assist that manufacturer move his products into that new marketplace and overcome the cost objection.
Now, if you were to ask for changes in the law on behalf of your clients in maybe UK government or EU policy, what would you ask for?
Yes, I think the big hindrance to economic recovery at the moment is a lack of confidence within the SME marketplace. Businessmen are struggling to know what the future holds, and I think this has been born out of three specific areas. One is the overseas economic conditions, the Middle East crisis, North Africa, the Euro crisis that's happening. Secondly, the banks, their reduction in liquidity that has caused problems to small businesses, not only at where the future funding's coming, but renegotiation of existing terms, which can be very penal. And the third one is the plethora of red tape, regulations, you know, and rules that are coming out of our government. Now, in an ideal world, Sarah, I'd quite like someone to wave a magic wand and those all disappear. But as a realist, I understand that the foreign crises, the Middle East and North Africa and the Euro, are going to take some time, as is the banking crisis, to get back to pre-credit crunch conditions. But the one thing they could do, and I think the one thing that would be supported all over the UK, is that they could actually slow down, stop, and then reduce the amount of red tape that we have to deal with as businesses, and it chokes entrepreneurialism.